Okay, so I wanted to talk about something in particular today. I wanted to talk about a job I had a few years ago. I'd had a decent sized period of unemployment and I'd been trying to get any work that I could get. And I found after a couple of interviews, I managed to get this job being a charity call centre telephone operator. Initially, I was really happy to get it because obviously I wanted to work, but it was a really grinding job. I, in fact, would say it's the worst job I've ever had in my life. Now, you'd think I'd tell some wacky story, but really the story I want to tell is not very nice. Now, I want to start by saying that I really respect charities. I worked for Beat Bullying and Mindful, two charities that are now sadly no longer with us, that helped bullied and mentally ill children by offering mentoring and counselling. I'm also a great lover of charity shops. I think the idea and concept's brilliant. So why didn't I like this call centre? Well, it's what they call cold calling. So you're calling people out of the blue with no warning to basically try and convince them to give money to a charity. Now, when people phone you up and go, "Hello, I'd like to talk to you about the Red Cross," for example, you might think those people are employed by or connected to the Red Cross. And it's not quite like that most of the time. You see, this call centre I worked for, who I won't name for legal reasons, shall we say, I would arrive at work each day for the week and a half I managed to work there, and there would be a sheet on the table next to the desk. And this sheet would say what charity you were calling on the behalf of, and it would give you a list of things to say. Things like, "Oh, I'm calling on behalf of Help the Orphans. Do you realise that for £5 a month you could feed an orphan in a foreign country? For £10 a month you could also clothe them." And yeah, it might sound noble that you're trying to get money for a charity. However, and I can't say about every charity call centre, but this is the way this one worked. We would phone and we would try and talk to you. Basically, we would ask if you would listen to our spiel and consider donating. And if you said no, we'd ask 2 more times. If you finally said no the 3rd time, the call would be terminated, the charity would get no money, and technically the call centre would get no money. However, if you agreed to listen, even if you had no intention whatsoever to give money, if you agreed to listen, the charity would then have to pay the call centre. And I think this information needs to get out there, because basically, if you get a phone call trying to get you to give money, the best thing you can do for that charity isn't give them money, isn't say yes. The best thing you can do is say, "Leave me alone, no, 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 goodbye," and put the phone down, because then you aren't incurring any costs on the charity. If you were to donate, the charity has to pay the call centre even more money. I think, for example, they paid them something like £20 for every donation. Now, you weren't allowed to donate a set amount of money. You were having to agree to donate money per month. So imagine if you said you'd give £20 a month, that means the first month didn't even go to the charity, it went to the call centre. And if you already donated, there were instructions for how to basically make you feel like your donation was not enough and to try and make you up it. Now, if you want a charity to get money, say no, no, no to these call centre people and instead directly donate to the charity. Cut out the middleman, because then they will get every penny. If you don't want to give to a charity, fair enough, it's your prerogative. But don't pretend you want to know, listen, because you'll actually incur them a cost. Now, you might wonder why I only made a week and a half. Part of it is that I found the job terrible. You were bothering people, you were upsetting people, and it didn't feel nice in the slightest. But what really did it was one call. I called somebody and it turned out to be an old lady. And I tried the beginning spiel, and she actually informed me that she was so sad I'd called because I woke her up, and she was sad to wake up because she was hoping she would die, because she was old, suffering and in pain. I tried to apologise and be as kind as humanly possible when my supervisor came behind me, started complaining, moaning and having a go, and telling me to carry on pushing this woman to donate, and that if the woman was so obsessed with dying, why don't I get her to sign up so that a portion of her will goes to the charity. I blatantly refuse to do this because I believe that there's a level you should not lower yourself to for any money. I terminated the call, but I carried on with my shift, and I phoned the other people I had to phone. I left, I went home, and I cried. I'm not afraid to admit that. I got a phone call in the morning that was telling me not to come to work because I'd been terminated during my probationary period. Luckiest escape ever, because I couldn't stand doing it and I felt it was sucking the soul out of me. Yes, there was another period after that of unemployment, but I soon found another job. A job I was much happier at, where I made about the same money, but I could leave every day feeling happy and like I hadn't violated my own morals. Now, I just wanted to make this video to tell people about my experience and to tell them the best way they can help charities, which is to donate directly to them. Or heck, take some of your old stuff to a charity shop where it can be out of your way and can make them some money. Might also make some other people happy. Anyway, hopefully this makes some people stop and think. Have a great day.